Long ago, in the humble village of Rampur, lived a poor labourer named Nanku and his wife, Gulabvati. Nanku spent his days sweating in the landlord's fields, satisfied with the meagre grain he earned. But Gulabvati had a different routine. Every night before sleep, she would spend hours in deep prayer to Lord Shiva, her voice echoing through their small hut. Om Namah Shivaya. High atop Mount Kailash, Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati sat in conversation. Parvati asked, "Who is this devotee who calls to you so faithfully every night?" Shiva smiled, calling her his true devotee. At Parvati's request to meet her, they descended to earth. Gulabvati opened her eyes to see the divine couple standing before her. Overwhelmed, she asked for but one thing: a son. With a gentle Evamastu, so be it, Shiva granted her wish and vanished. Within a year, a son was born. Nanku was overjoyed, naming the boy Bankelaal. But as the years passed, Bankelaal didn't grow into a saint. He grew into a terror. By age 8, his father's indulgence had made him incredibly mischievous. One day, Shiva and Parvati were passing over the village in the sky. Parvati, remembering the child she blessed, asked to see him. The gods arrived at the hut while Nanku was away. Gulabvati, desperate to offer hospitality, borrowed milk from a neighbor. While she stepped away to let the milk cool, young Bankelaal spotted a frog in the yard. Thinking of the fun it would cause, he caught it and dropped it right into one of the glasses of milk intended for the gods. Lord Shiva picked up the glass, only to see a frog floating inside. Enraged at the impure trick, he cursed the boy. "You shall remain useless and mischievous forever." Gulabvati wept, begging for mercy. Seeing her devotion, Shiva softened the blow. "My curse cannot be taken back, but it shall change. From now on, whenever this boy commits a mischief, it will cause him no harm. Instead, it will bring him and others great benefit." And so Bankelaal's mischief began to yield strange results. He saw Raghu the milkman sitting sadly under a tree because his curd had spilled. Bankelaal, wanting to see Raghu get stung, threw a stone at a beehive directly above him. Raghu covered his head with his turban as the bees swarmed, but when the chaos settled, a miracle had happened. The broken hive had dripped pure honey into Raghu's empty pot. Raghu sold it for 10 coins, saving his family from hunger. Next, Bankelaal targeted his neighbors, Lalu and Chalu, who were actually secret thieves. They had buried stolen gold in their backyard, marking the spot with a mango sapling. Bankelaal, simply wanting to steal their future mangoes, pulled the plant out. To his shock, he found gold coins beneath it. But the thieves spotted him and gave chase. Bankelaal jumped over a wall to escape, right into the path of the City Kotwal, police chief, who was investigating the theft. When the thieves appeared on the wall and saw the police, they panicked and were caught immediately. Bankelaal's attempt to destroy a plant had led to the capture of notorious criminals. The next day, a village assembly was called. The Kotwal praised Bankelaal for catching the thieves and recovering the stolen goods. As a reward, Bankelaal was given 1/10 of the recovered wealth. The villagers cheered, "Nanku's son is a wonder." Years passed. Bankelaal was now an adult, living alone after his parents passed away. One rainy day, he sat on his cot, plotting his biggest scheme yet. "I'll ruin the whole village this time," he thought. He rushed to the village headman's house with a worried face. Bankelaal told the headman, "Lord Shiva appeared in my dream. A catastrophic flood is coming tonight to destroy Rampur." He told them the only way to survive was to flee to the high hills. His plan? Once the village was empty, he would loot everyone's abandoned homes. The villagers, believing their hero, began to pack. Bankelaal watched them leave, laughing to himself, what a masterstroke. But as he waited for the village to clear, the sky turned black. A real, massive storm, the likes of which they had never seen, began to howl. Bankelaal headed to the mansion of the wealthy Seth Harvial to start his looting. Meanwhile, at the high hills, a woman named Kamala realized her son, Ramu, was missing. He had been left behind in the village. Bankelaal found a ladder to climb onto the Seth's roof, but just then, the river dam burst with a roar. The village was instantly submerged. Bankelaal was swept off the roof and into the freezing, murky water.